Virtual Beings News Summary September 8, 2025. Music and film outputs are using virtual beings for audience engagement and narrative casting. Bang Dream's introduction of virtual idol Arale Nakamachi embeds a digital performer directly into a music-driven anime property, using animation as the rendering medium and music promotion as the application. Philippine cinema's action thriller explicitly casts AI characters alongside human actors, treating synthetic characters as peers within live-action storytelling. Together, these examples show virtual performers and AI characters operating as content assets in established media pipelines. Metaverse platforms are formalizing artist collaborations through avatar customization. Zero Base One's partnership with Rec Room introduces avatar wearables, using Rec Room as the distribution platform and avatars as the identity layer for fans inside a social VR environment. The application is fan engagement and monetizable digital merchandise. Creator ecosystems for AI companions are expanding on major social platforms, and automotive contexts are integrating companion agents. Meta's AI Studio enables influencers and end users to build personality-driven chatbots that function as social AI companions across Meta's properties, positioning Meta as the platform provider and the application as interactive, character-based engagement at scale. Shy's Grok is described as a companion being integrated into vehicles, positioning Shy as the developer and the application as in-car conversational assistants. Virtual beings appear as simulation subjects and computational stand-ins. Clinical training reports indicate avatar-supported or hybrid simulation models in medical education, using avatars and virtual patients for skills practice. In parallel, the Virtual Human Consortium's presence at a major stem cell research meeting highlights scientific virtual human modeling for biomedical research rather than consumer interaction. YouTube supports creator workflows for digital humans that narrate stories, while TikTok is an active venue for VTubers such as Mother3, Alpha Aniki, and Freaky to perform short persona-led bits that reinforce virtual identity as entertainment. Showrunner is not repeated here to avoid duplication across themes. The entertainment landscape observable in these items centers on platform-native, creator-driven pipelines where virtual beings act as on-camera presenters or characters, produced and iterated with low-latency tools and distributed to large audiences on mainstream video platforms. Reddit functions as a large-scale discussion and documentation channel for virtual characters in games, with threads analyzing NPC behaviors and specific cases like Elden Ring's invulnerable gold mask, and with additional community activity around installing and troubleshooting NPC mods for titles such as Minecraft Pocket Edition. Lover's Lab appears as a modding hub where users request and iterate on synthetic character content, including new races and associated NPC behaviors, demonstrating a pipeline in which player communities design, package, and circulate virtual beings that extend or alter gameplay. MindLab describes using Epic Games' Unreal Engine and its MetaHuman framework alongside generative AI to staff customer experience with digital human agents, indicating a design pattern in which photoreal real-time characters interface with users for service and support. Apple's ARKit appears in forum practice as the facial capture basis for blend-shape-driven rigs that can be repurposed beyond stock MetaHuman characters, highlighting cross-vendor interoperability. Antix positions itself as a cost-reduction vendor for digital human production and communicates updates via X, suggesting a go-to-market strategy built on drastically lowering entry costs. AGen's user reports foreground operational realities, usage caps and credit handling that matter for enterprises deploying translated or lip-synced avatar video at volume. Upwork reflects hiring demand for specialists to build educational content with digital humans, indicating labor market pull for applied skills across animation, voice, and generative video in business and institutional settings. Showrunner, led by Edward Sachi, proposes reconstructing absent footage from a canonical Orson Welles film with AI, raising questions about the cultural treatment of legacy works, authorship, and the boundaries of synthetic character recreation in historically significant cinema. A community avatar render call tied to Mexico's Independence Day exemplifies bottom-up cultural production where participants contribute personal avatars to a shared commemorative scene, illustrating how virtual beings are mobilized in grassroots cultural expression without repeating platform companies already named above. Yatu, Love, Yao Jiao, and Uncle Kai are portrayed as bringing digital humans, 3D Gaussian digital humans, and large model digital humans into teaching interaction, content creation, and virtual classroom exchanges as scalable, commercial classroom infrastructure. While Shanxi Provincial Science and Technology Association deploys the Qin Shapu Digital Human as a science popularization officer for precise services that include explanation and Q&A, The 2025 Smart Expo showcases a classroom product that integrates a resource library, geometry visualization, real-time pronunciation correction, and AI virtual human interaction to increase student engagement. The Shunda Science Carnival adds an immersive digital human experience zone for public technology outreach, and Anhui Global Culture and Tourism Group embeds virtual human interaction and the IP characters Old K and Little Q into a national quantum science study tour route to enhance guided learning within cultural tourism itineraries. Superstar Legend uses the digital human Vivi alongside the artist Wang Wanfei in a coordinated Real Plus digital format for a themed live commerce program on JD.com, applying a virtual presenter to sustain interaction cadence, extend on-screen presence, and support audience engagement during branded product sessions in an e-commerce livestream. Kizuna AI exemplifies the current VTuber production model in which a virtual character's appeal depends on the human performer's personality and timing, with commentary emphasizing that contemporary AI should not be treated as a drop-in replacement for the person in the middle, thereby situating VTuber pipelines as human-machine collaborations for stage performance, streaming, and derivative interactive content. Animax advances a world model-based 3D animation workflow that can drive arbitrary skeletal systems, offering motion generation and cross-skeleton transfer intended to reduce rigging and manual keyframing burdens across game development, film/TV production, virtual human motion synthesis, and interactive media authoring. ByteDance positions OmniHuman 1.5 as a virtual human control stack that aligns lip sync, microexpressions, and logic conditioned behavior for dialogue-consistent performance. FazeCore technology provides self-developed digital human and XR-oriented graphics AI technology for real-time rendering and interaction. Go Out and Ask aggregates creator-facing tools including DupDub and the AI digital double Kwai Maoyuan into a one-stop platform for voice/video generation and avatar operation. Google offers Veo 3 to turn static images into HD video and to create AI virtual avatars for on-behalf content delivery. Acer's founder Stan Shi introduces the AI avatar Adan for personal representation, while highlighting AI-assisted authorship, together capturing the span from foundation capability and content pipelines to executive-level digital doubles, used for communication and brand presence. Shanxi Association for Science and Technology's Qin Shapu institutionalizes a multilingual interactive digital human for targeted provincial science outreach on the Cloud Science Popularization Shanxi platform, while schools and universities in Tianjin and Shanghai integrate AI digital humans into curricula and activities to deliver Red Heritage lessons. Huang Higuang, Fang Jimin, campus history storytelling, and Gen Alpha Internet literacy modules based on culturally familiar characters. Wuhan's food safety science popularization base extends the same paradigm to public health with Kangkong Jia, an AI digital human that answers citizen questions about food safety, together illustrating how ministries, schools, and city institutes use digital humans to standardize narratives, expand access, and maintain engagement. The Anhui Provincial Department of Justice's deployment at the Hefei Government Service Center shows a front-office digital human smart queue and A+ smart handling terminal guiding residents through procedures in real time, demonstrating a shift from static knowledge bases to conversational workflow-aware assistants that shorten service paths and reduce counter workloads. Yangshi Unicom's factory-grade digital human instructor at Lixin the Zhao formalizes production training with consistent speech delivery and structured courseware for large workforces, indicating a replicable model for industrial onboarding and skills refresh at scale within discrete manufacturing environments. Taocean Group, committed 2 billion Chinese yuan to expand digital human live rooms for agriculture across Taobao Flash Sale, Food, and Fresh Tmall Supermarket, and Taobao, leveraging high-expressiveness digital human generation to reduce operational costs for sellers, while Hanan's Summit messaging highlights 24x7 digital human anchors and managed service operations that let factories and SMEs reallocate effort to product and production. In parallel, regulators penalize Shanghai Renshijian Digital Technology Company, Limited and Shanghai Feiyu Network Technology Company, Limited Hangzhou Second Branch for deceptive AI digital human personas in live commerce, underscoring a compliance boundary between automated reach and consumer protection. The China Convention Professionals Conference in Tianjin, organized by Tianjin Convention Industry Association and Tianjin Guomen Convention Company, Limited, is piloting digital human hosts and virtual booths to raise immersion and service integration across exhibitor journeys, while Wuhan's micro-short drama If Chin Slips Could Speak uses staged digital humans for historical themes, together showing venue-scale experiences that blend virtual presenters with narrative and showcase functions. Ningxia Baifang Jiuzhang Digital Technology Company, Limited provides a vertical large model that assembles PPTs through text plus image plus digital human, aligning content generation with a present by avatar endpoint. This positions digital humans not only as front-end presenters, but also as integrated components of the content production stack in education and enterprise documentation. B. Han, D. Liu, and S. Chi. 2025, Beyond Human Streamers, How AI Avatar Engagement Strategies Influence Consumer Acceptance, investigates how specific engagement strategies used by AI avatar live streamers, ALS, shape consumer acceptance intentions. Analyzing survey data from 3,066 respondents in China, the study positions ALS as virtual beings operating within live-stream commerce environments and examines how their interaction tactics affect users' stated willingness to accept and engage with these AI-mediated presenters. Ziju, C. M. Hall, L. Tao, Z. Chin, and Y. Li. 2025, When AI Meets Live Streaming, Exploring the Impact of Virtual Anchor on Tourist Travel Intention, examines AI virtual anchors deployed in destination marketing live streams and evaluates their influence on tourist travel intentions, addressing a gap in empirical work by testing how AI-led, avatar-based promotion within real-time streaming contexts alters prospective visitors' decision formation. F. Zarudi and TAP Rainey, 2025, From Perception to Purchase, How Anthropomorphism Shapes Buying Intentions Through Product Knowledge, analyses how three anthropomorphic design dimensions, appearance, emotional expressiveness, and image, affect purchase intentions via product knowledge as a mediator. Although not limited to a single platform, the findings directly inform the design of virtual humans and avatars by specifying which human-like cues in a synthetic character's look and expressivity most strongly translate into consumer intent. V.S. Daiwanji, 2026, Should Your Brand Hire Virtual Influencers? How Realism and Gender Presentation Shape Trust and Purchase Intentions, studies virtual influencers, VIs, as brand endorsers and demonstrates, with an N=710 sample, that degrees of realism and gender presentation systematically influence consumer trust and purchase intentions. The work links recent advances in generative AI and natural language processing to the rising human likeness of VIs, and quantifies how those design choices affect marketing outcomes. H. Makino, Y. Ogura, and X. Yan, 2025, Influence of Advertising Characters Created by Generative AI on Consumers' Evaluation of Advertisements, evaluates generative AI-created advertising characters, including Vi-style endorsers, and reports that virtual influencers show low compatibility with hedonic products under the tested conditions while offering practical segmentation and targeting guidance, with product knowledge identified as a boundary condition for effectiveness. D. Yildiz, S. M. C. Lorero, and J. Guerrero, 2025, Human, Virtual, or Both? A systematic literature review on influencer marketing in the metaverse, surveys the field and finds that most studies concentrate on VIs, with nearly 30% comparing human and virtual influencers. It delineates types of VIs, including human-powered variants, and frames how influencer activity translates into metaverse contexts, where avatars and synthetic personas coexist with human creators. Y. Tao, D. Lin, H. Xiao, and Y. Ho, 2026, The Asymmetric Matching Effect Between Destination Gender and Influencer Gender. The Role of Virtual and Real Influencer Endorsements, runs 9 empirical studies, aggregate N3000, to test how destination gender cues interact with influencer gender for both virtual and real endorsers, providing evidence on when Zix endorsements align with destination branding to improve persuasive impact in tourism marketing. I. Dandona, A.T. S. Shika, M. Danny, and P. Sangita, 2025, The Rise of Influencer Marketing, Consumer Trust and Brand Engagement in the Digital Era, highlights research gaps and future directions, explicitly pointing to virtual influencers and AI-driven marketing as emerging areas requiring longitudinal examination, thereby situating VIs and related AI companions within the next phase of influencer scholarship. X. Lai, S. U. Z. Lai, C. Chen, Y. Yuan, and H. Xie, 2025, Digital Natives in Virtual Markets, Exploring Generation M's T Consumption Through the TATM and TPB Frameworks, Models Consumer Behavior for Generation M, 1995 to 2010, in Metaverse Retail, where avatars mediate shopping and brand interaction. By integrating technology acceptance and planned behavior constructs, it clarifies how presence in avatar-based environments shapes intentions around category experiences such as new style tea drinks. GPK Nishadi, 2025, AI-generated advertisements on consumer acceptance with the mediating effect of perceived intelligence in AI endorsement, examines AI-generated advertising and AI endorsements, showing that perceived intelligence of the AI endorser mediates acceptance. The study directly informs the design and deployment of synthetic spokespersons and virtual companions in campaigns across diverse economies. M. Tamiazzo, C. Sivara, A. Ferraris, and B. Morelli, 2025, Artificial Intelligence, An Ethical Dilemma of Humanization, revisits stakeholder theory through a names and faces lens and interrogates ethical issues arising when AI systems are humanized, a framing that maps onto digital humans and avatars by highlighting identification, personification, and responsibility concerns as organizations embed human-like cues into synthetic agents. K. Bay and Y. Liu, 2025, A Meta-Analysis of Online Presence in Metaverse Social Commerce, examining the impact of user interaction and experience design on consumer decision-making, proposes a framework grounded in social presence theory to explain how interaction design and perceived presence in metaverse commerce influence decisions. The analysis is directly applicable to avatar-mediated shopping and to virtual beings acting as guides or sales assistants inside 3D retail spaces. To make sure you never miss a new video and to help us reach more great viewers like you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon under the subscribe tab for notification.